Hey, everybody. Joe here. Hopefully, everyone's doing well. As you probably already know, we have the amazing Chris Powers with us here today.
Hey, everyone.
Excellent. And let's get some thumbs up in the chat room. Make sure that everybody is good. You can hear us, you can see us, all that amazing jazz. Let me know in the chat. I see we got 15 people so far. Okay. Anybody in the chat?
Numbers are always low when I'm on.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Loud and clear. Excellent. There's a slight delay in there. Okay, cool. So as you guys probably already know, you probably already saw, Chris has released a new project file called Starlight. And it's got some, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just got some really cool integrations and magicry behind the scenes that I haven't seen anywhere else. So I'm really stoked. Also, news flash here. Chris is now Stacks Basecamp. So you kind of did that quietly behind the scenes. His space is being renamed. He's now Stacks Basecamp. So excited about that. So thanks Chris for coming on today and showing off Starlight for us.
Thanks for having me. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Actually, let me kind of go over something real quick. A quick, shout out before we get going to our very own Scott Williams in the community. Scott is kind of a Frankenstein of services. He's really good at taking different things that weren't really meant to be used together and is able to, for the most part, seamlessly combine them, make them dance, make them even better than they were originally intended. So thank you, Scott. You can see his stuff actually over at stackappstacks.com. He has I think 5 stacks now. Don't call him a stack developer, though. He is not a stack developer, even though he has the 5 plus probably 3 more in the pipeline that he for sure didn't tell me about. He is not a stack developer. Okay. So, but yeah, thank you first and foremost, Scott, because without the things that you've been able to come up with, this project file and a few other things would not be possible right now. So, all right. So I'm going to kind of just start off and just show you what the project is. I know that this is a shameless plug for my project file to get you guys to go and, purchase it and use it and everything, but I don't want it to be just that. I don't want it to be like a commercial, and I've been trying to think, what is a good, through line that, we can all learn something from, and, one of the first things that popped into my head was scalability. When I look at all the tools that we have at our disposal, scalability, you can get Foundation 6 and create a simple website. And then, later on, you can just tack on Total CMS. And then later on, you can add blog after blog after blog, and then combine blogs and make them work together. And then you can, get site lock, and you can do VibraCard now. And it's incredible how we can scale, and I mean, even with this project file this morning, I added a new kind of feature to it because I thought about it on the way to work, and I was like, I want that in there before the live today, and I did, and it was that easy. So scalability, that's kind of the through line. So anyway, all right, I will share my screen. So let's see. All right, so this is Starlight. Okay, and Starlight is actually a restaurant in Terra Lingua, Texas. It's really fun. It's the Starlight Theater. It's a pretty famous place, and I went there recently, once again with my cousin for a camping trip. And I was like, you know what, this project file, I want it to be camping themed. Why not? I mean, Stack Space Camp is camping themed, and so I'm going with it. So I just, found a few random products and started a store. So here is the basic, overview of the page. You have your banner with your, a featured product, and then you have three other products that are down here, and they won't ever be the same as this product. This is a blog list and this is a blog post. So if I refresh this page, and it's going to be the thermos, now it's these three items. So, it's just a really fun way to display whatever products you have. You have the price, they add to cart. This is a tag. It's not the best design, I know. I'm going to go over kind of a dual purpose for this a little bit later on. But you have the ability to have a price. You can have an original price, and it will automatically have a slash through it. And then moving down, you have like a subscribe area. Then below that is kind of like a simple blurb area where you can, have a different picture and maybe a little something about your store. And then on this one, I think, I just have the four latest products. And, it's kind of fun. I had a lot of fun actually coming up with these layouts. Doing this little flag banner type of thing, you'll notice that it's not on all of them. So you can actually, there's a place in the blog form to set whatever it is you want it to say. And then there's another place where you can change the color of the background and even the color of the text. So you have, quite a bit of control. And then, these are your categories, and then these are tags. And again, tags serve a dual purpose, which is a really, really cool little thing I'll show you later on. And then moving down is, a footer. So I wanted to try to keep this project as simple looking as possible, but as feature rich as I could get it. And so, and also with these, with this project file, I think there are 3, possibly 4, if I can remember correctly, different layouts for how to show your products. And I'll actually show you that now. Oh, and by the way, this login admin, that doesn't come with a project. That's just for you guys to go and log in and play around in the backside and, see what it does. But so if I click on, view all, so here is all the products page. You have a grid view here, and then you also have a list view where you can see them in a list form, just different preferences. And also I've included alphabetizing as well. This thermos is set to be featured, so it'll always be at the top, but everybody else, gets sorted accordingly. And then, obviously there's a search bar, a search feature. And then, I'm not 100% on the star. Brett made a suggestion of, changing up the hamburger a bit to make it more visible. And I don't know, I was just playing around. But anyway, so, you have the menu here, and a couple of the pages that I've included is a tutorials page. And, this tutorials page could be also a blog as well, if you don't want to use it as a tutorial. But I figured, if since I'm selling digital products, I want people to know how to use these products. Okay. So, how to clean your thermos, that's just lorem ipsum, but you get the idea. You can it's a blog post. And what's cool is if I go to the store and I click on the thermos, that blog post comes in with the thermos. So it's actually tied to the item in the store. You don't see all the others. And the same with the latest update. So like on my project files, if I update something or put a new version out, I will, put it in here, and I'm able to actually tie it to whatever product it is. And so
who needs a
and then
database? We got total CMS, baby.
Exactly. This is, This is so powerful, people. It is ridiculous. And it seems like every day it's getting more and more powerful, especially with things that, again, with what Scott's able to give us, to tie all these things together. So that's that. Then you have an about us page where, it's just a simple image with, some text on the side. And, obviously you can make this look a lot better than I could, I'm sure. This is just for simplicity's sake. And then, send us a message with some more text over here. Product updates. This is actually what I implemented today. So if you click on that, it will take you to the product updates page. There's only one right now, but it will give you the name of the product if you want to sort it further. And then this is the real cool thing. This is the thing that not too many people have seen yet. Okay, so the order lookup page. Now,
Pay attention, people. This is cool.
yes, this is cool. So right now I am logged in already because I'm logged into SiteLock. Okay, and what SiteLock or what the stack that Scott created just this week, just a few days ago, was he is able to take your username if you're logged into SiteLock, and if you're in a specific group within SiteLock, display your products. And so it sounds silly or simple, but it is really cool. So like imagine if, like right now, these are all physical products. Okay. So clearly there's nothing for me to download. I can't download a tint. But I can show you on the Stacks Basecamp site that it will show the actual downloads, and you can view the receipt and all kinds of stuff. So this is pretty amazing because again, it's taking Total CMS, tying it into ViberCart. Someone makes a purchase, they're automatically added to ViberCart, obviously, but then they're added into SiteLock and into a specific group that you specify based on that product. And then based on all of that, you can send them download emails or whatever email with their product links, and give them a place to go on your website to actually download their stuff or view their receipts. It's really, really amazing. And it's not a monthly fee. I can't stress enough how awesome it is to be able to have this kind of power without a monthly fee. So, and then, there's a support button with social media. So that's like I think I went over that a little quick, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here, for us to have when it comes to a store. And again, you can make it look however you want. You're not tied to any way. If you don't want these little guys here, you can get rid of them. If you want this on the right, you can put it on the right. I mean, it's sky's the limit. So, all right, let me get into the admin section for you. So let me come over here. All right, so let me sign in again. It's been signing me out a lot lately. Oh, wrong one. I'm on the demo site. Okay, so this is the Starlight admin page. All right, so obviously the dashboard. Over here on the left, we have store items, credits. I'll go to that in a minute. Tutorials, /updates, and that's something that that's where Scott's little stack comes in. Then you have page settings, which I'll go over the page settings real quick. So you have page title, which is going to be the thing that's up here that you see in the tab. The page link title. So that link is going to be whatever this is up here. And then a page description. This is all for SEO purposes. If you guys don't have SEO Helper, please go get SEO Helper. It is probably one of the most invaluable stacks I have. It has, I'm not kidding you, Mike. I've done websites, redone websites that were ranking page 10, 12, 13, whatever. And within a couple of weeks to a month or so, they're on page 2 and 1. And all because of the way that SEO Helper just works, because that's what it does. It just works. And then, each page, you'll see it down here, home, about us, store. Each page type has its own settings. So it has content. So this is the banner image. Up here is, you can just swap out the banner image, explore the vastness of everything, gear up, all that text and this image. They're all down here. So you have control over what that says and does. And then code. So in settings, the main settings, you can come down here to code, and I've bracketed it out so that you can, it's easy to just Google Tag Manager, or for the head or body, but each one of these could be generic code, and these are all site-wide code code boxes. Okay, so if you put stuff in here, it will go site-wide. But I know that, like, if you have a thank you page, which there is a thank you page on here, if you want to be able to have Google Ads track, if someone converted from an ad and they landed on that thank you page, well, you can't really put that code in here. So I've set it up to where, like, on the thank you page, if I go to code, there is custom page code per page for the head and the body of the page itself. So you have a lot more flexibility when it comes to that kind of stuff. You don't have to open up RapidWeaver, or your client or whomever doesn't have to, email you and say, hey, can you add this code? They can do it themselves. And so, yeah, and like, for the thank you page, the content, this is coming out of ViberCard, I believe. And so you just paste it in here. Well, technically you paste it into the code view. And then once the person buys something, let's see, / thank you, they get their, thank you page with their order information, username, password, and all that fun stuff. Okay. And then all my project files, they include a credits blog. I know that these look not great. And it's,
hey, Chris, can you explain what all those funky little things were in that thank you page?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's probably a good thing to know. Okay, so these are SiteLock or ViberCart macros. These are SiteLocks though. So kind of like Joe has his percent, CMS data, parentheses, percent sign. These are SiteLock macros. So you'll be able to put these things in here, and it will pull from SiteLock and display that information. So you don't have to customize a page for each person. That would just be ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it's the ability to integrate like this is just, it's awesome. So let's see. So like credits, I pulled this background image and this image, and actually all of these images from, I forget where, but it's well, this one's from Unsplash, but there are a couple other sources I use. And they always say, hey, can you just credit us, credit the photographer or whatever. Well, this is a way to do that. This is a way for you to use the images and credit those people. So I mean, if you click on it, it's just a blog form, and you can paste in the code, the share code, and there's a media link. You can put the author. So this is Scott Goodwill. Yeah, it's just, it's a nice thing to do, because these people work hard.
Clever. I've never seen anyone do that before.
Yeah, I felt bad every time I would use an image and not do it. And I put it down here. So in the footer, it's under credits.
Well, technically for some of those stock sites though, you're required to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so This is a way to not just be a nice guy or girl, but be a good person and not get in trouble.
Yeah.
Not get sued. And while I'm here, yeah, you don't want that. While I'm here, there's a privacy policy that is, that you can include. And I actually include this in, I think it's the download. Let me see. Where's my privacy policy? Content. Yeah. So download sample privacy policy. You can download that. I actually got that from a law website that I paid for. So this is a legit one. You just go through and change out the name of your company. And then there is a grievances page where you can put your grievances policy. Yeah, just good stuff to have. But anyway, and all that stuff is down here at the bottom. I mean, technically the credits are there. You can click on that and here you go. And then you can click on it and it'll take you straight to that website. So you are covered. All right, so I'll do store items. We'll go over that first. So, oh yeah, and down here under ViberLogic, you have quick access to ViberCard Pro and SiteLock if you get that version of the project file. It's just so ridiculously seamless, you know, and really a lot of your time is going to be spent in your dashboard looking at your sales and doing all that stuff. Because all the real magic happens in the store, you know, store blog list. And so here's the store. Here are the store items, and I have 3 different views. There's a list view, and then there's a big grid view, and then there's a small grid view, depending on, you know, how you want to look at your stuff. I'll just keep it with the list view for now. But you know, you have your SKU number, and I don't know why I use so many numbers for my SKU. That's my issue. But then down here, I have a link, right? It's the permalink to that product. I can't tell you how many times I've made a blog post or something, and then I don't remember what the permalink was. So I go to the blog post, I copy the link, and then I go back to where I was. This way, I can just right click and copy the link, and it's right there. I like making things easier on myself. So, okay, I'll go into what these look like. And you've seen this before. I mean, this is a similar setup to something like Davide had. It's using that same connector stack that Scott made. And okay, so you have SiteLock here, where you have your price, your description, the product ID. You can do digital content, all that fun stuff over here. And then down here, so Scott has given you the ability to decide what part of Total CMS you want to use. And I believe I'm using labels for my ID. So it will tie into the labels, okay? And then, you know, price, the base price is the author, and I have original price. So you notice that there was that strike through up here. Let me come down here. So there's a strike through. That happens automatically, and it's a what's it called? It is Joe, what's the thing in the blog list where you can have something happen if something else? I'm drawing a blank.
A layout rule?
Thank you. A layout rule. My God. I was like macro something. No, layout rule. It's a layout rule. So if you have anything in this original price, it will show there. Okay. So that's pretty fun. And then the banner text. So this one says sale, and this is the sleeping bag. So the sleeping bag says sale. Okay. And you can have it, I keep doing that. You can have it say, you know, maybe ending soon. Save that, come back, refresh, and it says ending soon. You know, you have the ability to change it to be kind of whatever you want it to be. I mean, obviously you don't want to put it like, you know, an entire paragraph in here. That would just be silly, but you get the idea. Okay, and then you have categories. So that, you know, ties into down here, like containers, hydration, work, you know, the different categories that you want to do things with. Your short description, long description, and then SEO description. So what's cool is I don't want to have every product use the same description that I have set for the store. So like if I come to the store and I look at this description, that page description, you know, I want to be able to have keywords that Google will look for each of my items, so I can rank higher for each, you know, individual item. Okay, and so I don't want to keyword stuff either this page description, because I'm gonna get dinged by Google. So in here, in the come on, there we go. In the blog form, you have the SEO description, and if you have something in there, a layout rule will happen. It will show that description as opposed to the page description. If this is blank, it'll show the page description. Then you have, your obviously your gallery, your main image, and then this part. This is pretty cool. So the tags. This tag is obviously what this is like new. Okay. Um, but you could put in the site log group name. And originally, when I was thinking about how am I going to do this order page, I thought, okay, I'll have an entire blog that's, order lookup. And in that blog, I will create a post for every single group name and tie it into the site lock group name. And I did that. I had that going. Then I was like, you know what? I hate doing double work. And so I went back and I retooled it a bit. And now if you put in the group name here, it will actually tie into the store. So, and I can show you like what that looks like here. So this is the new Stacks Basecamp web page. If I go to my, and you see this is built with the Starlight project. I moved a few things around, and I have my features here. I took out that main banner with the stars background, and I got my featured on. Can't wait to have a third one here. And then down here I added in a contact form and a freebie, a free download thing. So I mean, and this was pretty straightforward, simple to do with the Starlight project file. But if I go to this order lookup and I click on it, and I'm not logged in, let's see, I want this. So you can see how I have Starlight, KSON, and Field Office. The user that I'm logged in with has purchased these 3 project files, and it shows over here. So I can download each one of them on my own. It's really awesome. So this graphic and the title is actually coming from, not that, it's actually coming from these store items. And so you don't have to, do double duty. And now, once again, I like making my life easier. So if I'm going to add a new tutorial or an update, okay, we'll just, use this as an example. So I'm going to do how to clean your thermos. Okay, now I don't remember what the product ID is, right? So I have built in a blog list where I can reference it. When I click on it, it will show me all the products that I've created. Okay, so the silver
That's
thermos.
funny.
So I know that, yeah, I smarter, not harder. So you would just copy that, paste it in here, and clearly I didn't save it earlier. But if I saved it, okay, and then I come over here to my tutorials. So you see silver thermos is up here now. Okay, and I got to fix that. That was a last minute thing, guys. So I apologize if it's broken here. But yeah, so I mean, you get the idea. You're able to quickly find the information you need based on what you've already created, so that you can have a seamless experience. And if it's a tutorial or an update, you just toggle it on or off. I made a post based on something, I think, Scott, once again, Scott, helped me out with. And this is the archive stack or a child stack within Total CMS. And it's a binary thing. It's either on or off, and it's automatically set to tutorial. And if I wanted it to be an update, I can just toggle it on, and that's it. And what's cool is it saves you from having to use something like author or category or genre or something. So yeah, if you're running out of stacks, see if there's anything that you could just do that's a binary and make it archived, or even draft. You could do that for draft as well. So pro tip. So yeah, that's so those are tutorials and updates, and they tie in because this is looking at the labels field, which is what is in the store items. It's just awesome how you could tie those things together. And then let's see, we went over that. Okay, I think I can, let me go into the project file now and kind of show you show you kind of what a couple things that Scott's done. I mean, we've already seen how the stack that Scott made to tie total CMS to ViberCart works and everything, but I can show you the orders page. This is what he did the other day. Okay, so this, let's see, is this it? Yeah, so this is the SiteLock to total CMS blog list stack, and I mean, it's pretty basic. You can see that it's just using the one field. It's tags, categories, or labels. And he's put in there, if you're using tags, categories, or labels, these are what you need to put into that filter in the blog field. And I will show you what that looks like. So if I come to my blog list, where's my blog list? Oh, sorry. Give me one sec. I think
it's inside the 2 column, dude.
Is it? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I was looking for, I made it a 2 column last minute. So I'm used to it being like this big thing down here. Okay. So yeah, if you look over here, I'm using tags. And so I just put this little, I guess it's a macro in here for the tags, and it will automatically, based on the code that you get from SiteLock, which it's a snippet. I can actually show you what that looks like. If I go into SiteLock and then into plugins, ViberCart Pro, and then I go to snippets, that's it. Two little things of code. It's automatically done for you. You just copy that and paste it into the respected area, and boom, you're good to go. Now, Scott also made this little bit of code where if you look at the order page, this really annoyed me. It would always start out like this. And I think it's silly to have it like that. So I was like, can you make it just always be open? So he gave me that little bit of code, and now it's open on load. So yeah, little conveniences here and there. But yeah, I mean, this is the kind of it's so simple, guys. It's like a basic stack, but it is really, really powerful. And I'm using it for something very basic. I can't even imagine what some of you guys could do with this. Being able to tie SiteLock groups to the total CMS blog list, and just the layouts that y'all are going to be able to come up with are going to be awesome. And then let's see else. Oh yeah, SiteLock prefix. If you don't have Joe's SiteLock stacks, I would recommend getting the SiteLock stacks. They're worth it. They just make life a lot easier. So yeah, I mean, beyond that, that's kind of it. I mean, I guess I can just go over real quick the edit page. It's again, yeah, we've seen this already because of the way that the Scott's, where did I put that thing? It's in here somewhere. Scott's stack works. He uses the iframes, and all the work is done for you. You just have to kind of go in and add the products and just sit back and just start selling stuff. It's just and also it's a matter of, if you don't like this here, you can move it wherever you want. They're just fields, or I'm sorry, stacks within the page. As long as you don't go through and mess with the ones that you're not supposed to, like the product ID and the author for the pricing, you're solid. You're good to go. I have everything, I think almost everything in here. Obviously you can use the content and extra content and all that stuff if you want, or extra content too. I'm not, but I have more fields to play with, I guess. So yeah, that's the project file, and it's been a lot of fun actually, working with Scott to get this thing to come to life, because yeah, I love features, and it seemed like the last couple weeks I would wake up in a cold sweat, go, I need to add this. I have to add this, and like today, or yesterday. I added my videos in here. And what's fun about that is if I go to the store and say like, case on, if I click on case on and I scroll down, I have the latest update. And I guess I didn't put the videos on here. I'll add those. Anyway, I'm planning on adding if there's a video for it, it'll show up in here as well. So yeah, anyway, it's cool to be able to tie all this stuff together. I think that's all I got.
Awesome, dude. So yeah, everyone, I think, the huge thing hope you got out of today is like the framework that this can, build for your site. I mean, as Chris said, I don't know if you guys recognized it, the Stacks Basecamp is actually built using Starlight, right? So just to show you how you can take a project file, use it as a framework, and then, build your own site using it, right? So I love that, this is a great example on how Stacks Basecamp is using this project file, but the site itself is completely different, right? Than the project. So yeah, I loved it. Let's see if we had any questions here. A lot of praise. Let's see. Gaston, why isn't Scott's code a part of total CMS with a wink? Well, hey, we always got total CMS too, right, Gaston? There we go. Okay, always something to look forward to.
Yeah. No, and that's that exactly. Again, what Scott's doing is he's giving us really cool tools to not well, I mean, it makes everything better. It enhances things. It's like it's a stack for a stack kind of,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's glue between total CMS and
SiteLock or
ViberCart or SiteLock, right?
Exactly.
Kind of like how my stack is glue between SiteLock and Stacks, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, could ViberLogix or Adrian create his own SiteLock stacks? He could, but he's supporting a lot of other stuff, right? So that's we're all small,
including me right here. Now.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. I mean, we're all small developers or designers, all working together. And instead of having one large company, we got a lot of people making awesome stuff. And so it's great. It's why people like Chris are here, and Scott's there, and Davide and Massimo are all creating amazing things. Yeah. Right.
And we're all working together. That's the thing. I was going to give the community a shout out too. It's like one thing that I love about this community is we don't think inside the box. And if anybody is thinking inside the box, it's like we have an army of people ready to just break us out of that. It's really cool. All the different ideas, Scott's giving me a lot of great ideas. Adrian's giving me a lot of great ideas. Joe helps me out, all the time. And it's really great to be a part of this, because it just makes everyone better.
Jeff asks how easy is it to change the look and feel of the site? So like the colors and things of that nature.
Easily. Yeah.
He said it's as soon as it's just site styles and you can change whatever you want.
Yeah, the site styles I set the primary and the secondary colors, and then that's it. I mean, I don't think I try to use the swatch, the primary and secondary within the color swatch as often as I could, so that it wasn't a custom color.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way, if you want to change that primary color everywhere that it's used, you only have to change it in one place, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there might be some one-offs, but I tried really hard to maintain that. And before I forget, when you buy either the ViberCart version or the SiteLock and ViberCart version.
Oh yeah, talk about that. So there's two versions. Yep. What is that all about?
So there are three versions actually. Technically, there's a project only, a ViberCart, and then a ViberCart and SiteLock. And I went that route because you may already have a SiteLock. I'm sorry, SiteLock, a ViberCart license. And so you just need the project file. So you will get the project file and be able to tie it in with your ViberCart license. But if you don't have a VibraCart license, that you are paying for that license when you purchase the project. And so when you purchase the project, I take that portion of money and I purchase a license in your name with VibraLogix, so that in the future, if you want to upgrade to the next version, you'll be able to use your email address and that you purchased with me and get that upgrade. And I believe it's the same system that Davide has in place. And the same goes for the SiteLock one too. So if you purchase the VibraCart with SiteLock, I will purchase a license for you for each in your name. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah. I mean, this was a fun project. It was a big learning curve for me, and I think Scott too, because we were trying to get this to work, in a specific way with the least amount of friction as possible. And the nice thing is, and I think Davide can attest to this as well, the hard work is behind us, and we can move forward and just work on the function of it, the look and feel, because all that dirty hard work is done. Yeah, there are a few things that I want to, pick Adrian's brain about, but I would love to get him to tie this into Zapier some way, but that's another battle for another hill on another day. So yeah, but thank you guys for being here and then letting me, ramble on for 45 minutes or so. I appreciate it.
Oh no, I appreciate it, dude. It was awesome. So I think that was it. The rest of the chat's all praises. So thank you everybody for all the praises. Chris, I know you can't see the chat right now, but everyone's saying you're awesome. Project File's great. They love it.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Appreciate y'all.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Chris.
Yep.
And everybody else, we'll see you next week. And hopefully we see you on Friday at the Hangouts. I'm sure Chris is going to be there too. Hangouts are probably one of the best kept secrets of the community. If you're not joining, you're missing out.
You're missing out a lot. I mean, a lot of this stuff comes from the Hangouts. A lot of this stuff, someone will just breathe a fraction of a thought, and the next thing you know, Joe's working on a stack.
It's
the Hangout.
So true.
It is. Where do you think Pin came from?
Yep.
Pin is a child of a Hangout.
It is. I remember that explicit Hangout. It was and everybody loves Pen now. So
and Shelf.
And Shelf too. Yep. Exactly. Total CMS came from a Hangout. Dave, I think if you're still on here, Dave Hitting. It was all him. He wanted a little editable banner for his son's mountaineering website, and boom. And we have Total CMS years later. So Scott, thank you very much. Scott's saying, good job, Chris. Scott, couldn't have done it without you. Thanks for being around. Everyone go check out Scott's stuff, stacks.com. And hey, he's got a cool dump truck animation on the homepage. Uses drift. It's pretty slick.
My floater island thing uses drift.
Yep.
With the sun.
There we go. The floating island on Stacks Base Camp. Pretty cool. Okay, everyone. I'll stop jabbing. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Hopefully we'll see you Friday. And take care. Bye.
Bye.